I've been really feeling like 70s inspired makeup, and I feel like this is very just like, can't you see me at a disco? I can see me at a disco. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If not back, then just welcome. Today is December 2nd, 2017, which means that it is day 2 of Vlogmas. So today is going to be an emerald green eye look paired with a nudie brown lip. The stars of the show are going to be the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, as well as the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. Today is going to be more of a talky, chatty, get to know me kind of video. I thought about doing like the get to know me tag, but I couldn't find one that I didn't think was like goofy. So I figured today I would just talk about kind of why I'm doing this series and why I have a YouTube channel in general and all that fun stuff. And that is enough of a preamble. So let's just go ahead and get into this makeup. Urban Decay Primer Potion and Caffeine. The reason why I started this series is it is an exercise in dedication and schedule for myself. I am easily distracted. I am very flighty in regards to even my own hobbies. I'll do something for a little bit and then I'll stop doing it. But YouTube is something that I have stopped and started for the past 8 years now. And recently I've been taking it more seriously, but I've been doing a lot of planning, not a lot of executing. So I have all of these plans for videos that I want to do, and then I never do them. So this is kind of like to get me in the mode of filming on a regular basis, editing on a regular basis, uploading on a regular basis. This is also going to sound cheesy or whatever, but I miss the old YouTube where people were just like, hello, this is me in my bedroom in front of my wall, and I'm going to put makeup on my face. So I want to do that. Okay, the first color is going to be from the Nubian 2 palette, and it's going to be this shade, Madagascar. And I'm going to take that on a big old fluffy brush and use that as my transition. So I kind of just, oh hi, shed directly on my eyelid. Stupid cheap brush. I just feel like YouTube has reached a point not only of like saturation of everybody wanting to be a successful YouTuber, but also it's become its own sort of like weirdo, like weird culture. Like it's another form of entertainment, another form of video viewing, similar to, I feel like, reality television at this point. And it has created these celebrities that seem close enough to touch because the way that they like produce their videos is so accessible, because literally anybody can create a YouTube channel, whereas not everybody is going to get a show on E or, you know, Bravo or whatever. But that sort of culture of the Real Housewives drama and the Kardashian drama has followed to YouTube. And so that feels like weird and a little meta. And it feels even more meta now that like celebrities have YouTube channels emulating YouTubers. Like I saw Gigi Hadid's commercial for Maybelline. Like, oh my god, I did this collab with Maybelline. Like, duh, you're like a famous supermodel. Of course you did the collab with Maybelline. It's like its own form of entertainment in itself that big companies are now trying to like steal and be like, hey, buy our stuff because Gigi Hadid might reply to your comment on YouTube, and that just feels so false. And I wanted to be something that wasn't false. Second color, Venus 2 palette, Mustard. I'm saying all of this to say that I enjoy making beauty videos because I enjoy makeup and I enjoy putting it on my face. And my YouTube channel has been a great self-esteem booster. There are parts of myself that I don't like or that I didn't like, but by recording YouTube videos and looking at myself more often and listening to my voice, because I used to hate my voice. I used to like cringe at the sound of my recorded voice, which I feel like is normal because you sound different in your head than you do recorded. But I hear myself so much now that the two have kind of merged together. So I don't hate the sound of my own voice anymore. Any sort of like hangups that I had about my face, since I look at them so often now, they don't bother me anymore. It's just like, that's just a part of my face. Recording videos has been very healing for me, and learning to accept my face the way that it looks. It's not the only thing that has helped, but it definitely has been an instrument and a tool to help me on this journey of self-acceptance. The following steps are going to be guesses, so let's hope that it doesn't turn out awful. And I also feel like there are... Oh, I'm not telling you what color I'm using. I am using Marsh, which may be a mistake, but we'll see. I feel like there are important conversations that need to be had about physical beauty. And as far as the beauty industry, there are some people on YouTube who are definitely having those conversations. Jackie Aina, killer when it comes to talking about problems of racism within the beauty industry. Kimberly Clark, killer when it comes to talking about issues of consumerism within the beauty industry. There's another YouTuber, her first name is Sarah. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to butcher it, but I will also link her in the description box or have her bubble pop up here. And she talks about not so much conversations within the beauty sphere, but she has these deep, meaningful conversations on her beauty channel. And I think that all of that is like so beautiful and so important, and very much the direction that I want to take my channel in. Next thing that I'm going to do is take Egypt and put it on my eyelids. But today is not a video for that. Today is just a little get to know me. Other things about me, like random stuff. I can't stop watching the Great British Baking Show, which I was calling the Great British Bake Off because I feel like that's a much better name, but can't stop watching it. Also, now I can't stop baking. Since I've committed to the smoky life, I'm going to continue to smoke things up and smoke out my lower lash line using Madagascar. So far, I have made a Black Forest Gâteau, and I'm going to make a cherry limeade cake, which is just like this very American monstrosity that I thought would be good, and probably will be good, but like, for real, like cherry limeade and a cake, that's a lot. That's a lot. And the next thing on my list, I want to make my own macarons. You know, the little tiny French sandwich cookies. My friend said that it is a sticky, sticky mess, but I figure I'll be okay because I've made my own mochi ice cream before, which was also a sticky, sticky mess. So if you watched the show, who was more of a ridiculous judge, Paul Hollywood or Mary Berry? Mary Bell? I don't know her last name. I'm going to call her Mary Berry. My husband says that Mary is more ridiculous and like more passive aggressive old lady British crumpet mouth. But Paul Hollywood is basically just like a British Guy Fieri, and I'm 0% here for that. Yeah, at this point I'm probably going to be making like one baked good a week, which doesn't sound extreme, but considering I don't really have anybody to split that with besides my husband, baking like whole cakes in a week, like that's a lot. So I have to try like other things like puff pastry. Now I'm also going to take Egypt and put that on my lower lash line as well, because when you have eye bags and like creepily old lady skin, why not enhance it with some sparkle? You know what I'm saying? But, oh, I actually really like this. This metallic on the lower lash line. It's giving me life. Yeah, that's far enough in. If I encircle it the whole way, I'll look like a raccoon. Do you say raccoon or raccoon? Because I definitely said raccoon as a joke. I was watching Lady Dynamite on Netflix, which is just like this super weird, surreal show starring Maria Bamford, and it's loosely based on her life. But anyway, there was an episode where she like was feeding a raccoon, but she kept saying raccoon, and I was just like, I thought only like British people said raccoon, or like maybe Australian people, because they basically have British accents with like a southern twang. But like her very American self kept saying raccoon, and my very American self kept getting confused. Generally speaking, I don't care about like grammar or pronunciation or diction or anything like that. But I do notice when people pronounce things differently than how I say them, and there are certain sounds where I'm just kind of like, I don't like where you put the inflection. So then I fixate on it, even though it doesn't matter. But more so out of like a curiosity thing of like, huh, never heard it put that way. Who else is doing it like this? So these are my eyes. I'm gonna clean up this shape. I don't like it when shadow gets in this part of it because I just feel like the hood of my eye makes it look very disjointed. Before I move on to my face and away from my eyes, I feel like I should go in with the world's smallest brush, detailer brush. What is this? Focus. I forgot what I was talking about. That means it's time to talk about something else. And that something else is going to be podcasts. Before I moved to an area where I don't get the best signal on the local public radio station, I used to listen to NPR all the time. Through that, I got exposed to the wonderful world of radio programming, such as This American Life, Fresh Air with Terry Gross, Radio Lab, Snap Judgment. All of those are now podcasts that I listen to on a regular basis. And now that podcasting is like a thing, I listen to podcasts more than I listen to music. I guess I'm just going to list off a bunch of my favorite podcasts as I continue to fine tune my eyes. I feel like I need an inner corner highlight. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to use Pigeon. Oh yeah, that did it. So, favorite podcast, in no particular order: The Read, Getting Grown with Jade and Kia, The Bodega Boys, Cracked Official Podcast, Cracked, Best Episode Ever, all of those NPR shows that I named earlier, Another Round with Heaven and Tracy, Last Podcast on the Left, Invisibilia, Somebody Knows Something, Accused, Serial, S-Town, Welcome to Night Vale, Alice Isn't Dead, Within the Wires. I don't remember the name of it, but I will put the logo of it right here. And there was only one season of it, and it was glorious, and I wish it would come back. Pleasure Town, The Leviathan Chronicles, Reply All. And I think that's all I got so far. Since this is just kind of a video about entertainment, let's talk about some of my favorite TV shows. No, it's fine. But right now, I am trying to power through Blackish, and not power through it like I made a commitment and I'm gonna watch it like the episodes of The Office after Michael leaves, but power through it because there's so many episodes. They have like old school season lengths with like 24 episodes in a season, which I'm not complaining. I love it. Please give me more Rainbow Johnson every week. I really feel like I'm going to be a mashup of Rainbow Johnson and Linda Belcher as a mother. So like, please, more guidance from Tracy Ellis Ross. But I'm used to being like, yes, I will binge this entire season in a day. So yeah, Blackish, chugging along on season 3 on Hulu. They're like halfway through season 4. So I really gotta be serious about it and commit and watch nothing but it. Although yesterday, I watched the entire season of She's Gotta Have It, which there were parts that I liked, and then there were parts where I was like, wait, what? If you've seen it, let me think. Yeah, if you've seen it, let me think. If you've seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comment down below. There's one story arc in particular where I'm like, what? Okay, I'm just going to talk about it. So if you want to watch She's Gotta Have It, spoiler alert, I will put a timestamp right here of where you can skip to so that you don't hear me talking about it. What was up with that storyline with Shemeka wanting a fake booty? Now, I get it. America's a little booty crazy right now. Everybody wants a big booty. Not everybody has a big booty naturally. So some people go out there and get themselves one, which I think is totally fine. All about body autonomy and all about doing what they want to with their physical form to fit their idea of beauty. I understand that there is some pressure to fit into a certain mold and that some people do get cosmetic work done based on trying to fit a certain mold or because they have underlying issues such as body dysmorphic disorder. It just felt very old. It felt like a very tired storyline. It felt like Jesse taking caffeine pills on Saved by the Bell of like, look at the dangers of caffeine. Look at the dangers of butt shots. And yes, there have been cases of people getting all sorts of illegal, inappropriate substances injected into themselves to get a bigger butt. And I don't doubt that that's still going on. However, it's 2017 and you can put a Brazilian butt lift on like a payment plan. It just felt really out of date. And the scene with her getting her actual butt shots, it felt very much like the scene from Tyler Perry's For Colored Girls where the girl goes and gets the back alley abortion, which, spoiler alert, for like a 10-year-old movie, I guess, and like a 40-year-old book. And the part that bothered me more than that was the representation of the like scary trans woman coming to put illicit materials into your backside. That killed me more than Shameka's butt shots because it's like, oh, so we're just going to perpetuate the stereotype of Black trans women specifically being nothing but dangerous predators and preying on straight men to try to get them to sleep with them and preying on desperate, cis Black women to have them have these abnormal backsides and ooh, be scared. Like, that's so fucked up. It did more damage than it made any sort of like statement as to why you shouldn't give butt shots. If I learned anything from it, it wasn't don't get a butt job, be happy with who you are. It was just make sure I go to a reputable source if I'm going to get a butt job, because she was raking in the money and everybody loved her until she fell on her butt and everything like popped out, which was like so gross. Like, am I watching the Seth MacFarlane film? Like, I don't understand, what was that gross out humor? Is that something that Spike Lee does? No, it was nasty. And there were other parts of the show where I was just like bored. I feel like any major point that it was trying to make was lost in its like cheesiness. Since I went in so heavy on my eyes, I just want to have a light base. I did my concealer first, and now I'm just going to go in with a tinted moisturizer. Now to finish up my face, I'm just going to go in with some bronzer just to warm things up a little bit. I've kind of run out of topics to talk about. I'm very much an introvert, so even though I'm not really drained as far as how I would be in a physical setting, in a physical social setting, this is still like a social interaction because I'm really hoping that we can have like conversations and stuff in the comments. And I'm really bad at conversation in real life. Now I just kind of don't know what to talk about. We're just going to do a little bit of a brow bone highlight, but just with my concealer. All right, now finishing up with my lips, I'm going to do one of my old favorite lip combos that I haven't done in a while. And I'm also going to use it to contribute to my cheek color. So this is the Bite Beauty Multi-Stick. And this is in Honey Wheat, which is just this like really pretty, it's that. You know, I just noticed I didn't put on any mascara. Let's do that part first. So now I'm going to do my lips. First, I'm going to line them with like a darker brown lip liner. So that's it. Thank you. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you from the very bottom of my heart. I'm going to go cook dinner now. Till next time. Bye, guys.